So one thing I wanted to show is I want to share my screen. And the easiest way for you guys to find this tool, everything is tagged off REI homepage. We are expanding to a much stronger tool set called the main deal analyzer new. All right, residential, fill out the form or dump the deal info. It's going to kick you if you don't give it. Either way, it's looking for the same information. This is not the short way out. And guys, this is the thing I'm seeing way too often here is that, hey, Steve, here's some information on 123 Main Street, Brockton, Massachusetts. Number one, that's not a market we talked about being in. Number two, you'll send me, it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. What do you think it's worth? No idea. What's Batch Lead say? Oh, I haven't looked at that. What's this say? I haven't looked at that. Okay. Don't bring them to me unless you've answered the questions. You may not get every single answer out of the seller, but there's no reason you can't get every single answer out of Batch Leads, PropStream, Zillow, Google Maps, Google Street View, Google this, Google that, TrackIQ if you're doing self-storage. There's no reason you can't get me everything that is public info. There's no reason you can't give me all the research that you've done. Just there's no value in sending me something and say, because, well, okay, so, and I'll repeat what I said before, and I'm not feeling well, so I'm a little bit not happy because you're sick. But there's absolutely no, if you just give me part of the work and I have to do the rest of the work, I can't pay you the full amount of what you're expecting to get paid. I just can't. So you need to bring me everything. You don't need to bring it. You need to bring it in one. And what I'm telling you now is the form still exists. The same seller form has never moved. It's right there. Forms and such, seller form. It's right the freak there. Then you can just upload all the information right there. Okay. Or you can create a document with all the information, and you can create a Google Drive with all the documents, the PDF of everything, flood zone, batch leads, whatever. The point is, everything comes when you send it to me. Give me complete information, because I can't do analysis on non-complete. I'll do analysis on whatever you give me, and I won't name who said this, but I won't name who said this. But sorry, lost track with all that beeping. God, cold medicine sucks. But I can't do an analysis on incomplete information. And a good example of that is someone sent over a deal and they said that condition was bad. Someone could live there, but. And come to find out, condition wasn't that bad. Okay? Condition hadn't been updated in 5 or 10 years, but it wasn't bad condition. And here's the thing. When you put something into the deal analyzer, and I'm about to do that here, I'm just trying to find a property that's worth putting in here. Apex Storage, off market. So I'm just going to run a self-storage one. Doesn't matter what version you're running. And remember, guys, we have plenty of data for self-storage. We have plenty of data for not self-storage. We can have you do live direct calling. You can do whatever you want. So there's lots of ways to get in the deal here. And I'm just going to use So I'm actually showing you live how we do it. I'm not doing a demo. I want to log in. So you take the information you've got. Here's the underwriting they gave on the facility. So we're going to download that. And again, all of this gets put into your Google Drive for the deal, and you're going to attach that into the form, where you're going to upload all. What I'm saying is, all of the source material you have, I want in what I have. I want a copy of it. So what Nair usually does on the self storage is usually down the bottom is going to be attached to all the documents, the tracked IQ, blah 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 blah. That's fine. Eventually, we'll have a Google Drive system set up, but you can make one too. That's fine. But the point is that I don't want to be like, hey, you didn't send me the Google Drive. Hey, you didn't send me this. Hey, you didn't send me that. No. When you send it to me, send me everything. But also, don't say condition bad. That's not an answer. Say windows fell out. Say windows are there, but they're old. Say kitchen works. People live there, but the kitchen's from 1940. Give an idea of what bad means, because the reason is, in this particular deal that I'm referencing, he said condition bad, and that made the system say $110,000 in repairs. When we got on the phone, talked to the seller, and found out, it was just a few years out of updating. Then that's the repair estimate was totally different. So that's why the questions don't say, what does the seller think the condition is? The questions say, specifically, how's the bathroom? What's it look like? What generation? What president? That's where it's important. Now you see the system automatically, as soon as you upload and extract documents, it automatically starts to extract them. It will tell you when it's done extracting. This will turn green. You'll see that in a minute. And then you push extract. And then you push analyze files. And this is not the end of the rainbow. This is and you're putting everything in here, guys. You are putting, I don't have an address to do the flood zone, but you should have an address. The particular one, he didn't give an address, he gave a market kind of thing. But you should do a flood zone on it. You should run LandOS on it, but I can't run LandOS on this one because I don't have an address. So probably a bad example one, but you should run LandOS on it. Okay? You should give all of that to this. Now, when you run flood zone, a PDF won't do it, and you can just write in here flood zone A, flood zone X. You just write that in. You don't need to upload the picture. But you can screenshot the screen. It'll accomplish the same thing. I know I've covered a lot of this in previous trainings. So now we've told it to analyze the property. Now, why are you actually analyzing? Oh, I have this analyzing residential. All right, so that's why it's a mistake. That's why it's acting different on me. All right, so I forgot this was a storage. I should have been doing this over here. And the reason this is important it's important that you use storage when it's storage and residential when it's residential, because they calculate totally differently. Storage is run through a different math than residentials. Like they're two different animals. So I had to stop that analysis and come over here. So It's running it. It's re-uploading the documents. So has anybody got any questions? Yeah, well, this is something unrelated that I needed to do. There. I just fed Connor some more things to call. So it's still uploading. There we go. We extracted 1 of 2. Extracting 2 of 2. So that's the first thing. When you're using the tool, you tell it, is it residential or storage? Don't worry about the inspection, skip trace, or how to use yet. Well, how to use it's fine. But the other two we haven't blown out those two. We're working through blowing these two out. They're phenomenal tools. They've been a lot of development. All right, so extraction complete, ready to run analysis. Now this will eventually go, as soon as it extracts, it'll run the analysis. I've got a lot of eventuallys that I'm working on with this, and now it's running the analysis. Now this is a great, by the way, the download PDF, it downloads blank right now. There are still some glitches. If you know anything about computer programming, especially with AI, it's iteration after iteration. I fix that breaks 3 other things. And I'm writing all of this myself, well, with AI. But this tool is amazing. Garbage in, garbage out. And it is not, do not run back to your sellers with this. I'm kind of stalling while it finishes. Do not run back to your sellers with this, okay? That's the biggest key here. This is for us to discuss, you, me, and Ryan, or you, me, and Mark if it's self-storage. This is for us to discuss. And we'll eventually have a mobile home park one and something else. I'm building this not only for our purposes, I'm building this as a marketable tool. Which I should show you what else we're building. This is our Guerrilla Realty, which is Guerrilla Real Estate, but okay. This is our sort of, not our front end of our website, but sections for buyers, investors, and whatever. Transaction command. This will eventually control all of our transactions. This is where your files will go. This is what's going to keep us all on schedule. I've got deal command in here. Lender command. Some of them aren't actually built yet. So they're like I said, you build one thing, you break 2 others. Usually this doesn't take so long, but we'll see. Yeah, Alex, I wish I could hear you so I understood what was going on with you on the other end of things. So it's still running the analysis. Okay, that's weird. So I'm going to take a quick shot at showing you it. All right, so we have deal analysis engine. That's the one we're doing right now. We have transaction command, which controls all the aspects of the transaction. Document review. And this is what's important, guys. This is really, especially as you come on with a license with us and we start doing more deals, when you submit something, if it's not right, it's going to kick it right back to you before I even see it. It's going to track your transactions. It's going to protect the brokers and look at compliance issues. We have broker dashboard. This is my dashboard for everything that runs the brokerage firm. Tracking buyer information, agent information, everything else. Agent command. This is everything you need to run your business. Okay? How many transactions you have going on? What do you have going on? What's missing? Who you need to follow up with? Training section. A lending section for if you want to get involved in lending. So the point is, we are building out these AIs to do a lot of cool things. Did it stall? I can't tell, actually. I probably made a mistake by going off the screen. I've never done that before. I'm just going to run a fresh one. I've never had it take that long. And this is a glitch. It keeps pumping this window back up. So anyway, Alex, I'm just going to give you a call and see while we're waiting for this, because I thought I was going to be too sick to do the meeting tonight. Kind of am, so. Hey, just I know you're on video, but since I can't hear you, is there anything going on we should talk about?
What's wrong with it?
You're the only one that has trouble with it.
I know.
So I think you need to clear the cache on your browser. You need to go through that whole history cache clearing thing, because I have like 10 other people that regularly come in. It's kind of hard for me to say the software's broken if they're getting it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not understanding.
Yeah, so I think it's you've got to delete the history and cache and whatever on your machine, or start watching it on YouTube.
Oh, I can do that too?
Yeah. Yeah, like I've sent you that link a bunch of times, man. I've sent it at least 5 times.
I know.
Yeah, and if you go on the screen, it's literally you go to it's everything is right there. I mean, that's the thing. I really tried to make this so easy. Yeah. Everything is right here. Videos and tools, live YouTube, right there on the screen.
All right. So you want me to go on YouTube then?
I mean, for right now, I mean, however you want to do it. I want you to fix it so you can get in. But
yeah, because I do want to get in.
Yeah, but the problem's on your end, not on this end. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
StreamYard's in, Ryan gets in, Nair gets in, Will gets in, everybody gets in. So I can't really say StreamYard's fucking up. If you do all that, then we can try to prove it. If it is StreamYard, we can look into it. But what's been going on with while we're waiting for this thing to do it? What's been going on with you as far as getting deals and getting calls going on and whatever else has been going on?
I spoke to the person about that property that I was telling you about on Chase in New Jersey.
Yep.
They gave me all the information. They sent me their email, their first name and their last name. And they sent me details of the property.
And have you done the rest of the form? Have you done batch leads, PropStream?
I got to fill a form out.
But
I tried to fill it out and submit it, but they ain't let me go through for some reason because probably I ain't have the rest of the information. But I got the rest of the information now.
But you don't just want Alex. I'm asking, have you done all the other research? Did you run PropStream on it?
No.
Did you run batch leads on it?
No.
Did you run any of the other questions that are on the form? Zillow, rental.
I did Zillow.
Did you look at the flood zone?
No, I ain't looked.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Yes.
Don't fill out the form. We had this conversation last time.
Yes.
don't fill out the form until you have the info.
All right.
Because what am I going to do with, I mean, you want me to bake a cake and here's some flour and one egg. I can't bake a cake with that.
Yes.
And I'm not going to chase, especially, did you look into, or so right now, other than they answered a few more questions, you have no more information on this property. How many other properties have you called on?
None else. I got some in my phone that I got off Batchleads. It's just I don't know how to get the phone number to call a person that own the property.
And at what point were you, and Alex, I got to ask you the same question. You know how to reach me. It's very easy to reach. Hey,
Yes.
Steve, can you walk me through Batchleads how to find it?
But I know you'd be working on things too as well.
I'm always working on things, but here's the thing, Alex, you want to make money in this business. I'm here to help you make money.
All right.
And we haven't even established why you think, what market did you pick on Batchleads?
Which market?
Yeah. You said you found houses on Batchleads. What criteria did you use to find those houses on Batchleads?
I typed in New Jersey and I put off-market properties.
All right, so you didn't use any of what we've taught about the criteria that you should be searching by.
No.
Okay. And Alex, how well has it been working for you to not be running the recipe we teach?
They haven't been working well.
That's my point. I never said pick a state and pick off-market properties,
Yeah.
because Batchleads doesn't show you off-market properties. Batchleads doesn't have a button for that.
Oh.
So you're telling me you search off-market properties on Batchleads, and Batchleads doesn't have that option. So you didn't search off-market properties on Batchleads.
I did. I can send it to your phone right now.
Okay, here's the thing, Alex. What you want is non-owner occupied, or you want vacant, you want distressed, you want all the other criteria we talked about, and I'll send them out again. But here's the thing: I keep sending them out, you keep not doing it, and all of New Jersey. I mean, wow, that's a pretty big place. I'm doing a full-time 40-hour caller for the next 3 months, simply for Luzerne County, one county in Pennsylvania, one small county in Pennsylvania. A whole state for one guy? Okay. Explain. I mean, but here's the thing. What was it, a week, 10 days ago we talked? You could have had 200-300 calls in by now. Like, this is a volume business. Also, again, I gave you data. You don't even need to go looking for data. I know you've got this thing for New Jersey, which is fine. But again, if you're having trouble getting numbers off Batchleads, number one, call Steve. Number two, hey, I don't feel like calling Steve, which I appreciate you being nice about that. But hey, why don't I use the numbers Steve gave me? I gave you residential. I gave you self-storage. If you're not calling a dozen people, 24 people a day, I mean, it's a numbers game, man. It just is. Now, just want to switch back for a second, and believe me, I'm very sick today, so I'm kind of struggling with this. I'm not trying to be a jerk about it, but now if you see on your screen, the system analyzed the property I gave us. So our analysis on this property comes out full detail. So this is a self-storage property. The math is different. That's why you pick it. It's an oversaturated walk on the supply gate. I gave it a supply gate of 8 per square feet per person. This is 28. It's not really walk. I've got to rephrase that, but it's warning you that this municipality has way too much. So it's analyzing that. It's verifying the monthly income from the rent roll. The seller annualized expenses for $39,000. So this one's telling us it's about $100,000 in income, $39,000 in expenses. A little high on expenses, but I'm totally comfortable with that. So then we're looking at $56,000 is what it's worth. Is the net operating income rather? You'll see on the screen. Can you see the screen?
Yeah, I'm looking at that right now. Hold on.
Yeah, so basically, and again, do it on your phone. You'll never be able to do much with this on your phone. But then this walks you through, and I'll run a residential one too. This walks you through. The offer should be $778. Offer should be $683. Now, if I go to the actual listing, so it gives you different options of depending on how the math is done. different options of what the offers can be. Seller finance calculations, if seller finance was an option. Implied 10-year. So this breaks down crap in a very big way. Now, if I were to run a residential on this, and I'm just going to take this and send this over. Now, let me find where that went. Where did Hostinger go? Hostinger. All right. Forward. And let's see. So I'm just going to send this over to my partner because this is a property we may be interested in. I threw it away because of the super high existing supply, but he took a deeper dive on the market and thinks that existing supply might actually make sense. All right, we'll see where that goes. So I'm just doing that real quick, and really, what I want to do then is I want to put in a much simpler property. Just have you see what the system does with a residential. Now, I'm not even going to put in any of the actual detail. I'm going to give this like so little detail. No, not storage, residential, pay steel info.
Yes.
Um, 108 Grove, 2 units, 3 beds each, tax 1,800, insurance 1,500, sewer 1,000, renovated 2020. I'm not even going to give it anything else. SEP. And I have to give it a file. That's one mistake I have to make it not care about. I have to give it a file or it won't allow that. And then you'll see what it does. This residential one looks up rents in the market, looks up sales in the market. You're giving it everything, and then it's doing a little tiny bit of additional research and coming back with an answer. And you'll see it'll come back with the answer in a second here. And the whole point here is that these analyzers are going to feed in to it's going to give us an inspection report based on the pictures we get. You're going to upload all the pictures to here. It's going to give us an appraisal. It's going to give us a repair estimate. It's going to give us a scope of work. So when it comes out the other side, you, me, and Ryan, or you, me, and Mark are having a conversation about what is the actual answer, because this is a computer answer. This is not the actual answer.
All right.
But this is going to give a pile of information. Now, okay, so he didn't even give a 1.4 million. Okay. That's cute. He wants 1.4. We think it's worth 700,000. Yeah, that's not even going to get a freaking call back. And by the way, I'm doing that happens to be a listed property. He is going to get a call back, and I'm going to say to him, listen, here is our analysis on the property. This is what we're basing it on. Can you please help us understand what you're basing it on? Because in this case, we're dealing with a broker or a wholesaler in this particular case. And so I'm just going to say to him that, hey, listen, we're interested in the market. We're not really sure why you think it's worth all that you think it's worth, but we definitely want to take a look at it. We definitely, because this is a wholesaler selling a self-storage facility, so it's another professional, and we want to build a relationship with him. This deal may not be for me, but I want to say, and I'm not going to send it without talking to my partner, but I want to say to the guy, hey, listen, here's our deal analyzer on it. You're at 1.4, we're at 700. Help us out, man. And it'll also tell him a lot about what we're looking for. You're not dealing with that. That's something I'm dealing with over here. Now, here you go. It ran the analysis on my 108 Grove Street. Non-deal document detected. So it detected that the document I gave had nothing to do with this deal. And team suggested offer. approximately 115 to 130. I didn't give it rents. I should have given it rents. What it did to come up with that was it went to the market Section 8 rent and said, oh, so even with almost nothing, it runs a good math on everything. We didn't give anything for data, and it flagged. Now, what it will eventually do is it'll store this report, and then it'll send it right back to you and say, submit, do it again when you have everything, or when you have at least more. But still, it gives a pretty. Now, here's the thing: it gives a lot of rundown of data provided. Current rent per unit, it guessed $850. That's $400 a month per unit. Off, low. Here's factors used: gross monthly rent, factors, different operating expenses calculations. Here's what it estimated for repairs. So it gives a pretty good set of reports. And now when it comes down here, it starts to talk about different calculations as a flip, as a rental, DSCR, vacancy stress test, expense stress test. So this tool gives us a lot to begin to understand, but I gave you the two options. I showed you when I gave it a lot of information on self-storage, and I gave it basically nothing. It still took its best guess, but even it says right here, I finally get this software to listen. It even says low confidence. I gave it shit, so it doesn't believe in its own shit. So when you get all the stuff collected, this tool is available for you again. All of this stuff lives right here. Under ChatGPTs, it's right here. But the biggest thing for you, Alex, is to start to get to the point where you are actually, making a dozen,